This is Welsh ASMR 82. Hey, how you doing? In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at a map of the USA. I just got excited, I saw it said Scranton. I'm rewatching for like the third time all of The Office on Netflix. Okay, so I'm gonna have a little wander around the USA. Because, you know, I'm just a little Welsh guy from Great Britain. And I have so little knowledge of the USA. But it turns out that some of you feel the same. Even if you are from the USA, which is comforting, thank you. I like some of these sounds. The crinkly paper. It's quite ASMR, isn't it? So, I think I can do a couple of videos using this map. Being that the states are just so big, and there's so much to see and do. I'll concentrate on the east coast to begin with. See how we get over. So, let's have a little look here. Up north, Canadian border. Just make sure I don't write on it. Let's do some tracing, shall we? So we got Canada there. Watertown is here. Montpellier, as in Montpellier, France. Augusta. And this in Maine. The East Coast here. What's here? Ah, it's Boston, Providence, Newport, and Hartford. This is Rhode Island. I basically thought Rhode Island was New York up until about 3 months ago. I did that drawing video. This is Long Island, of course, yeah. I drew New York State. There's New York State here. Rochester, Buffalo, Auburn. Oh, they have. I've just noticed they have marked the states out. It's got a weird shape to it, doesn't it? Because then Philadelphia's here, New Jersey's here. So there's a curious suggested route. It says start East Coast exploration in DC. moving up through Baltimore, going past Philly and Trenton, and then up through New York, New Haven, and then Hartford in Connecticut, and then Boston, Massachusetts, and then over to Cape Cod. Cape Cod rings a bell. I feel like I've only been to the States twice. We went to Florida when I was a kid, like when I was 8 and then when I was 10 or something like that. Yeah, I think so. And absolutely loved it, incidentally. And I feel like we had to refuel here. We flew over, and then because my dad has talked about Cape Cod, so it rings a bell. So I think we must have flown over from the UK, and then carried on our flight down to Florida, down south. Nowadays, I don't suppose they would do that at all. My only memory from that horrific flight is like 9 hours for a kid is so long, isn't it? An 8-year-old kid. It's just, they had this like radio station for kids on. You put your headphones in. We're talking about like 1992 or something. And they just played the Monster Mash like, oh my god. I swear, I listened to it 10 times. 10 times in 9 hours. Funnily enough, I came up in a conversation like last week with my brother. We were talking about it, and he remembers the same song as well. He started singing. He was like, "Don't you remember this?" And I said, "Yes, it'll never get out of my head for the rest of my life." And then going down the coast, Delaware. What's that? Does it say Annapolis? Dover. So you've got DC. I lived with an American in university, and she said, don't call it Washington, no one calls it Washington, Washington's over there. This is DC. And then going down Richmond, Charlottesville. I can't read that. They say Fredericksburg, Maryland, Virginia, Norfolk, Eddington, Durham, Raleigh. Oh, okay, so I have a friend that lives in Raleigh. Well, I would say Raleigh, but she calls it Raleigh. I think she calls it Raleigh. That's North Carolina. Or is it south? Yes, north, I think. Jacksonville. Oh, is Jacksonville? Oh, there's another. I thought Jacksonville's in Florida. There's another one there. Wilmington, yeah. Was Wilmington? Did my friend go to university in Wilmington? Did she tell me that's where that program was filmed when we were kids? Dawson's Creek. Was it filmed in Wilmington? And then Myrtle Beach, Georgetown, Columbia. We're in South Carolina now. Florence, Columbia, and then Charleston, as in the dance. Augusta, Atlantis. This is Georgia now. Savannah. Yes, it's Georgia there, it says. And then this is all of Florida now, right? So Georgia, yeah, there's the state line. I remember that Florida is the peninsula, but this has got this bit running along the land here, so Tallahassee. Again, referenced in The Office, because the lady who buys it when it becomes a printer place is from Tallahassee. And then Jacksonville. I basically know all place names in America due to programs, so Jacksonville I know because of The Good Place. That's where Jason is from in The Good Place. One of my favourite TV programs ever. St. Augustine, Daytona Beach, Orlando, that's where I've been. I mean, went to Tampa. St. Petersburg, like in Russia. Boca Raton, strange name for a place. Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Miami Beach, Miami, Florida City. Oh yes, my friend, whose sister used to live in Key West. I looked at it on a map once and it's just absolutely crazy how basically this is the ocean and it's just bridges over little islands everywhere, isn't it? Very curious geography there. Apalachicola, Panama City, and then Pensacola, Dauphin Island. So now we're in New Orleans territory. New Orleans. So Louisiana's there. Mississippi, Atlanta, Mississippi. Baton Rouge. So we're French speaking land down here. Morgan City, Lafayette. So this is Louisiana. And then we've got... So we're going into Texas now, because that must be the state line for Texas. Because you've got Houston. So, Brownsville, Rio Grande City, Nuevo Laredo. I think we'll just do the outline, the coast, north and south, east and west today. And we'll look at the middle, the vast middle, in the next video. El Paso, Agua Prieta. Nogales, Ajo, as in like garlic, Tucson, Phoenix. So where are we now? So New Mexico's there. Arizona, this must be, yeah, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Snowflake. Yuma. Das ist Yuma. And then Tijuana, San Diego. And now on to the west coast. Actually, honorable mentions to Alaska. Prudence Bay, Barrow, Point Hope, Kotzebue, is it? Is it Juneau? As in the film Juneau. And Hawaii. Did I just do all of that off shot? So like me. Shall I try that again, but this time actually doing it on camera? I'll probably cut that from the final video, but you never know, I might not. Me just quietly tracing to myself, you not being able to see it. It was really good. Juneau. And then Hawaii. Honolulu. I find the text a little hard to read. I'm getting to that age where I'm going to need like a magnifying glass to read the place names. Okay, so you're doing Tijuana, San Diego, and then we're going up north, Los Angeles, Long Beach, Santa Monica, Ventura, Santa Barbara, all these very famous places. Pasadena just there as well. Santa Cruz, San Jose, Palo Alto, San Francisco. Gosh, I didn't quite realize that San Francisco was that far away from Los Angeles. Because I did a video, oh god, years ago, on California and the fact that it is so massive. Huge. Santa Rosa. Sacramento's there. So that means that's Nevada, Carson City, there. Las Vegas is down there. Eureka. So I say Ferndale. Crescent City. And then we're at the top of California. Reedsport, Newport. How many Newports must there be in? There are several in the UK, so must be absolutely loads in America. Salem, Portland, Vancouver, but not the real Vancouver. It obviously is the real Vancouver. let's go north coast. Well, it's not coast actually, is it? Let's go north border. So Everett. I watched a video on YouTube once about how this line is drawn straight on every map. But if you look at it really close up on Google Maps, Google Earth is actually like... So Montana is here. Where were we then? Idaho. Let me keep going. Williston, is it? Minot. North Dakota. South Dakota down there, obviously. And then it starts to get a little bit more interesting. When you get to the Great Lakes. Because you've got Minnesota there. Milwaukee, Chicago. This is Illinois, yeah, Illinois. Madison. This is Wisconsin. Michigan. Port Huron, but then this is Canada. Detroit. Such big, famous cities here. Niagara Falls. And then back up to where we started. Erie. Cleveland. Columbus. So this is Ohio. Yeah, Columbus, Ohio, Cleveland, Ohio. Indianapolis, Indiana. And we'll venture inland next time. Cool. I hope this video was super chilled and nice and relaxed. And I'll see you again really soon.